Good evening and welcome to this Burns Night evening 2017, and what I'd like to do tonight is, since it's Burns Night, is crack open this bottle of Highland single malt whisky. Now this I've got quite high hopes for. It's a supermarket own brand, in fact it's the Co-op single malt whisky. However, been reading online, and it seems to be the general opinion that this is actually from Dalmore distillery. So it's being compared to a 12-year-old Dalmore, and if that's the case, it's a pretty good deal, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper. This is selling for £20 a bottle, which for any single malt whisky is a really good deal. I don't think you'll find a proper single malt whisky for under £20 a bottle these days. And Dalmore retails for well over £30 a bottle, maybe about £35 a bottle. So, I mean, from the packaging, it doesn't look very special at all. They haven't really gone to town spending any money on the packaging, but you know, in a way, maybe that's a good thing. Because the money is in the actual whiskey itself. The value is in the whiskey. So, just going to open it up. Got a few cheese and oat cakes to have with it. I can get the smell straight away. I mean, I'm holding it at arm's length, but I'm getting the aroma. Yeah, it's nice. It's a sweet, quite a sweet smell on the nose from the bottle. Now it's a 40% whiskey. I'm not going to water it down at all, at least not at this stage. And now it's got a lovely, rich, quite a sweet, rich, well, sherry, I guess, aroma, but fruit, Christmas cake kind of smell. Yeah. Slightly fruity, but rich, sugary, like, you know, brown sugar kind of smell. Honey, maybe. Certainly, it gives the impression it's going to be quite a sweet whiskey. Yeah, again, I'm coming back to kind of Christmassy smells, because there's a richness to it, but there's also some kind of zest in there as well, some citrus smell, and maybe vanilla. And butterscotch maybe. Very pleasant. I mean, if all you wanted to do is smell it, you'd be pretty happy. Yeah, definitely kind of butterscotch in there, I think. So already I'm thinking this for £20 a bottle. I mean, whiskey, the price of whiskey is just going up and up and up. And I mean, I can still remember you could get a good bottle of malt whiskey for £20, but those days are long gone. And unless you get some of the brands on special offer, you know, you could still pick up Highland Park or Lafroig for £25 a bottle, but their normal price is £30 upwards. And some whiskies you just can't get for less than £30. That's interesting. It's nowhere near as sweet as expected. Much drier when you taste it. But you're still getting, you're still getting a sweetness. I think it's the initial hit is quite dry, like a dry sherry. But there's a lingering sweetness to it, and definitely quite a complex whiskey. You'd probably pay £2 or £3 less for your standard bottle of Bell's or whatever, but this is way better. You're much better off paying £2 or £3 more for this. As I say, £20. I bought this in Scott Mid, which is tied to the Co-op. It's a branch of shops, this part of Scotland, which is essentially part of the Co-op. And this is the Cooperative. It's hard to find it, but if you look way down the bottom, it's got the Co-op label down there. And I think they've been selling this for quite a few years now, if it's the same one. And from what I've looked online, they've won a few awards with it. So pretty good stuff. Getting some kind of burnt notes to it as well. So, as I say, although it's quite sweet on the nose, and it's a Highland whisky, so you'd expect a fair amount of sweetness. Actually, much drier to the taste, which I like, because I tend to go for the drier whiskies, and I would definitely recommend this at the price of £20. I don't know whether it is the same or close to a Dalmore 12-year-old, but regardless, it's a very nice whiskey for the price. And I'm going to finish this large dram, and might join you later on for a little Burns recital. Hello, I'm back, and I've had another dram, maybe another 2 drams, but I'm okay. The jamstick, great little instrument, absolutely tiny. You can put it in carry-on bag. It's wireless, so you just hook it up to your iPad or whatever Android phone. Great wee thing. Wasn't cheap, but I think this is the future. It's a little bit limited because, for one thing, it's only got 5 frets, as you can see. So, although you can go up and down. There's buttons here, so you can go up and down as if you've got a capo on, or up and down the octave. So yeah, I've got this on the mandolin sound at the moment. Sorry, I'm not really doing very well at the moment, but yeah, you get the idea. I'll be back with more tunes on this, but not tonight. Tonight is the night for drinking whiskey, and the Cooperative single malt is going down very well. still, the smell is still amazing. I mean, sometimes you drink a few whiskies and kind of don't smell it anymore, but the smell in this is just keeps giving and giving. And yeah, it's a great tasting whiskey. There's some whiskies that, even though they're amazing whiskies, I would put something like Lafroig in this category. I love Lafroig, but try drinking more than a couple of shots, drams, nips of Lafroig, and you'll start to struggle because it's such a strong, overpowering taste. But this is a much easier drinking whiskey. I think on my third or fourth now, and still going down very well. And it seems to be the time of night where this is Burns night, so I think it's only fair that I attempt to recite some Burns poetry. So just humour me while I see what I can find here. Gie him Scotch drink until he wink, that's sinking in despair, and liquor good to fire his blood, that's pressed with grief and care. There let him booze and deep carouse, with bumpers flowing o'er, till he forgets his loves or debts, and minds his griefs no more. Let other poets raise a fracas about vines and wines and drunken Bacchus, and crabbit names and stories rack us, and greater lug, as sing the juice Scotch Birkin Macus in glass or jug. O thou, my muse, good old Scotch drink, whether through wimpling worms thou jink, or richly brown, remow the brink in glorious fame, inspire me till I lisp and wink, to sing thy name. Let husky wheat the haws adorn, and aid set up their ony horn, and peas and beans and ain or morn, perfect perfume the plain. Lease me on thee, John Barleycorn, thou king of grain.